Raptors families, good afternoon. Welcome back to Raptors hockey. Your 14U Bantam Single A Raptors are playing the consolation game here in Nashville. On the way out the door, this is the 5 seed versus the 6 seed after all teams being reseeded after the first 2 days of the tournament. So not the result that the Raptors had hoped for, but we're playing hockey. That's what we care about. We're going to be short one player as Aiden Saunders left earlier this morning due to an illness. So hopefully he's okay, and that'll be a short-lived issue. So with his absence, we'll see what the coaches do on the staffing of these lines. It's also snowing here in Nashville, for those who are not aware that it snows in Nashville in early November. And unfortunately, a few of us who are driving home may be up against some snowy conditions this evening en route back to Raleigh. But right now we're going to focus on putting the puck in the net. Let's jump out early on this team. This is the Atlanta Phoenix, which we already played yesterday, our first game yesterday morning, and we won. What was the score? 4-1? Something like that. I'm losing track at this point. Looks like these players are ready to have some fun. Not the best camera angle. We're really close to the glass here. Good for some things, but not for others. All right, both teams take the ice here. We got Hernandez, Schulteis, Slater, Quimby, and Seguin on the ice to start this one off. Slater back in our own zone. Chips it out. No icing. Quimby's in there, trying to dig that one out of the corner. Hernandez helps him out. That comes around the other way. Phoenix. Some good passing in the neutral zone, and Slater goes down after a physical play there. Already a little bit of trash talking from number 86 here from the other team after making that hit. Sidney White with the puck. Center ice, turns, fires one, gets deflected up and over the net. Now the Raptors looking to center that one. That was Shabbat over to Snyder. And Snyder could not get a shot off. So back in our own zone now. White with the puck behind the net. He rims it up to Flood. Snyder picks it up, actually. Shabbat looking to the center of the puck, looking for someone. Tries to find Snyder. They did not connect on that pass. And then now we're coming back in. Phoenix skating that one out. White there to break up that pass. And then now the Phoenix on the 2-on-1. 58 there with the Phoenix. Takes that one in for a hard shot. Saved by Russell. Now we got Bledsoe on the right side. Shabbat with the puck. Takes a big hit from number 58. Open ice hit. Clean hit. He goes down hard. He goes to the bench. And Silcott hops on the ice. Looks like he might be playing left wing in Saunders' absence today. Good center by the Phoenix. And a shot sailed high. Silcott with the puck. He's got Cameras up ahead of him. Sends it up to Cameras. Cameras did not get a stick on it, so they called icing on that one. It was a good look, good pass. Raptors have that one back in the corner. And Slater behind the net. Looks for his options. Bledsoe goes up to Cameras. Now Silcott working with Cameras. Oh, couldn't get the puck in the zone. Slater looking at his options. Goes to Cameras again. That puck off his blade into the middle of the ice. And the Raptors unable to keep it in the zone. Slater takes it all alone. Takes a hit from behind, no call. Tries to center it. Bledsoe now with it. Little snapshot. Tried to be deflected down by Slater, but it sails just wide of the net. Silcott turns, fires one over to Bledsoe. Bledsoe with a good shot, goes wide to the right. No icing on that one. Raptors go for a change. Raptors trying to get the puck out of the zone on the left side, but the Phoenix are there to add pressure. Ooh, dangerous glove there by Jenkins, but kind of a muffin of a shot. Jenkins gloved it down, and it trickled right next to the goal. Schulteis sends the puck up the ice and goes to get in to get it. Good pressure by Schulteis. And Phoenix come back this way. Hernandez takes the hit and goes down. And now we got Seguin skating up the ice on the right side, turns and fires one low. Save and deflected into the corner. Shabbat back on the ice. Centers the puck. Goes to the right. Drop pass for Seguin. Seguin puts it in the corner. And then White steps up to keep that one in the zone. Good job by Shabbat. Over to White. And White from the point. Sidney White sends one in. The goalie had no idea it was coming, and the Raptors are going to strike first with that laser from Sidney White from the left point. Just text her in. I don't know. Phoenix with a good shot. Low slot. Good save by Russell. We got Shabbat now coming back this way. He turns and fires one. Goes wide right. Snyder throws a hit behind the net. And now the Phoenix, center of the puck. Oh, good job by Ezel. Uh-oh. That was Flood who lost an edge and went screaming feet first into the boards. Al Soden in the corner, looks up. Nobody home. And finally it comes out to Snyder. Snyder over to Shabbat. Shabbat goes to the right. Comes back to the middle. And tries to poke one high. But doesn't really get the puck in the air. He couldn't lift it, but I could tell that's what he was trying to do. And the goalie makes a save. Moore working on the point, loses the puck. And now the Raptors coming back in. Over to Cammers. Cammers stick handling a little bit, turns and fires one. Save made by the goalie, and with that hit on Cammers, they're going to call a penalty. Hit from behind, or hit in the head. So I think that's going to be a 2 and 10 here as the ref goes over and talks to the coach. Yeah. So that player is going to be out for 10 while his buddy joins him over there. And the Raptors have their first power play. Bledsoe lines up. He's got Silcott to his left. Cameras to the right. Silcott adding pressure. Takes the puck away in the corner. Takes a kind of a low percentage shot. He sails high. And then Bledsoe and Moore come back down here and take that one away. Again, Moore on the point. Comes out of the zone and a pass to the middle of the ice. Intercepted by the Phoenix. Phoenix put a kind of a weak, low shot that Russell saves up against the left post. Hernandez on the forecheck, comes away with it. Good pressure there by the Raptors. And good job by Jenkins, keeping that puck in the zone. Now Hernandez with the puck. Drop pass over to Quimby. Quimby had a good opportunity there. High slot. He had plenty of room. Shot it and just missed the net. Now Quimby again. Tries to poke one in, but the goalie drops and makes the save low. 19 seconds left on the power play for the Raptors. Hernandez lines up for this face-off with Schulteis to the right. He's got Quimby back to his left along with White and Ezel. We'll see if the Raptors can't get a quick shot off here. I think the Phoenix came out of the box thinking it was the end of the penalty kill, but it wasn't. Ezel turns and sends one. Oh! Falls short, and Quimby tries to deflect it in. He almost does. White over to Quimby. Quimby over to Hernandez. He turns and fires one. Just misses on the right side. Ezel doesn't hold the point there. They get it around him. And White is back to help him out. White with a nice move. And you hear the Raptors over there celebrating White breaking that kid's ankles as he went down hard. Raptors go for a change after the goalie freezes the puck. Shabbat lines up with Snyder back behind him. Over to Snyder. Now Flood in the corner. Battling for this one. Takes one of the Phoenix players down pretty hard. No call. Good physical play. And that one comes back out. Slater looking over to Snyder. Soden comes away with it. Soden looking for Flood. Shabbat loses it. Offsides. Shabbat over to Snyder. That one comes back over to Slater. Slater chips it up and out, looking for Shabbat. Shabbat kicks it to Snyder. Comes away with it, and Shabbat takes it in now. He's got Soden on the left side. Uh-oh, Soden takes a nasty hit in the corner. But he's okay, he hops right up. He's tough. And now Soden back on D. He's got time. Loses that one. Slater, I think, was focused a little more on making that hit than playing the puck. He lost his footing there. Now Shabbat on the right side. And Phoenix are there to chip it out of the zone. That's going to be icing. And come all the way back down. Phoenix controlling the puck in the neutral zone. But Moore steps in and takes that one away. Oh, dangerous pass. She went over to Moore right in front of the net. Silcon goes down. Right in the middle of the ice there. Gets right back up. Everybody forgot where the puck was there for a minute. That one got chipped into the zone, and we're going to call a penalty on that one. And for an insignificant game that's getting a little chippy, maybe both teams showing their frustration for not doing any better in this tournament and the standings. Ooh. Shot by the Phoenix into the chest of Russell. Hey, Phil. These refs are here. Hold it right here. Just call it a buck. All right, back in business. Sorry, I stepped away there to handle something for work. Special thanks and a shout out to Phil for taking the camera for a minute. Looks like I missed a couple of goals here. A breakaway maybe from the Phoenix, and then a good goal initiated by Seguin, and some good passing in the offensive zone from what I hear. All right, so now the Raptors ice the puck. Raptors going from right to left now on your screen. Got Shabbat winning this one back to Moore. Moore slings it up the boards. Slings it up the boards again. Maybe skate that puck behind the net. It's pretty jammed up on that side. Shabbat up to Flood. Flood and Snyder hustling to get there, and I think they just barely stepped over the blue line before the puck got there. It's going to be offsides. Shabbat over to Snyder. Snyder takes it into the middle. Soden now sends one, on net, and deflects just wide to the left. Shabbat controlling the puck over to Snyder. Snyder, left side, shoots it, sails wide. Ezel backhands it into the corner. And back around to Snyder. Snyder using the point, gets it over to Soden, back to Snyder. Snyder makes a move, puts the puck in the corner, centers it for Shabbat. And a quick shot by Shabbat, but missed the net. Now we got the Phoenix hustling back the other way. They beat Soden to the puck and shoot it, but it goes wide. Ezel in the corner. And now Bledsoe up the ice for Silcott. No icing. Silcott battling in the corner, wins it. Loses it as he tries to get a wraparound. Pokes it over to Bledsoe, and we'll make this a 3-1 game. So Silcott to Bledsoe. For a goal. Little help from the defender on that one. He blew a tire right behind the net. Bledsoe takes this one. Wins it left over to Silcott. Silcott backhands it up the ice, but nobody's there. Good job by Jenkins and Silcott working to hold that point, but that came over the blue line and back. That's going to be offsides. Coming back the other way, 2-on-1, and good job by Slater there playing that pass to break it up. Now they're behind the net, controlling it, looking to center it. Slater's there to battle for that one. Other side, they center it again. Back to the other corner. And Slater with the puck. Tries to chip it right up through the slot, but he whips on it and leaves an easy shot there for the Phoenix, but fortunately Russell makes the save. Seguin over to White. White sends it up to Quimby. No connection on that one though. Icing. Seguin in the corner now, looking up to Schulteis, looking him off though and taking it himself. Seguin, coast to coast, gets to the middle. Oh, there's going to be a trip on the. That's going to be a trip on the Phoenix, and there was a whistle. Schulteis played that puck pretty hard there, even after the whistle, and he got a goal, but that's not going to count. So the Raptors will be on the power play here. Great job by Seguin to skate that one all the way and looking at the opportunity and staring it right in the eye and taking it all the way in. White, middle of the ice. Shoots it high over the net. Phoenix come away with it. Controlling the puck. Right side, out of the zone. All the way to the other end, and White's there to take it away. And same thing, they're skating it end to end. Shot goes wide of the net. Seguin now coming back this way. Shabbat. Oh, tried to make a D-to-D pass there, but nobody home. That one went all the way down and went to Russell. Not D-to-D, but tried to drop it back to the D. White over to Shabbat, uses his foot, kicks it up to Schulteis. White comes away with it. Shot saved by the goalie. Shabbat lines up. Snyder behind him. Soden and Moore back on D. And Flood sends that one around to the right side. And the Phoenix send that up the ice. That's going to be icing. Shot by Snyder, sails high. Coming back around for Snyder. Snyder controls it. Oh! But then loses it out of the zone. And Soden back on D. The Phoenix got a shot on goal. Saved by Russell. Another shot, saved. And kind of a wonky play there as Snyder lost his stick and then fell down, almost tripped a guy. I think he did trip a guy, but there was no call on that. And the Raptors dodge one there and go for a line change. Bledsoe, Silcott, Cameras on the ice for offense. We got Slater and Ezel back on D. Slater comes away with it. Chips it to the boards. Uh-oh, shot on net. Saved by Russell. Oh, Good hit. Bledsoe comes away with that one. Skating laterally, dumps it into the zone and goes after it. Silcott now in the corner. Battling for it. That comes around to Zell at the point. He turns and sends one. And Bledsoe's there. Tries to get a shot off, but it's deflected. And they center it over to Slater. Slater looking at his options. Decides to send it behind the net for Bledsoe. Bledsoe over to Silcott. Silcott quickly turns and slings it in front of the net. I think he had more time than he realized. And now he's got it again in the corner. Makes a move. Centers it over for Bledsoe. Couldn't get a shot off. And Slater looks up. Finds Silcott on the point. Slater keeps that puck in the zone. Zell comes away with it and shoots. Bledsoe in the corner. Over to Silcott on the point. It is out of the zone. And over to Zell. Some D-to-D puck control. Pass up the ice from Slater to Silcott. They couldn't connect. That's icing. Jenkins battling in the corner in our own zone. And Hernandez helps him out, sends that puck up the ice, but it falls into the Phoenix bench. Your score is still 3-1 Raptors. 8:16 left in the second. And this puck comes out of the zone on a misfire pass by the Phoenix. Schulteis chases it into the corner. Dangerous spot there. It comes right in front of the net. Quimby couldn't get there in time. And Quimby throws a big hit. Raptors getting jammed up a little bit. One, two, three, four, five, all of them right there between the two benches. Somehow, Schulteis came away with it, had a breakaway, no goal. Open ice hit. And you can hear the players celebrating the physicality. We got the Phoenix coming back this way. Good back check by Shabbat. They're going to call a hook, though, on, I think, Jenkins. That's going to give the Phoenix a power play. Nope, that's Seguin with the hook. So now the Raptors have to fend this one off. White works hard to get the puck up to Flood. Flood chases into the corner, around behind the net. And now it's coming back this way. We got a 3-on-2 situation. They just dump it in deep. Phoenix out of the zone, reset. What's the call on that one? It's like a too many men, maybe? men. Must have been some confusion on that line change. I think he called too many men. I don't know what's going on here. There's 2 players in the box. Oh, it was already a kill. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was already a kill. So that too many men, they put Flood in the box to serve that one. And they got a 5-on-3 now for the Phoenix for about 45 seconds. Shot on Russell. Oh! She made the save, and then it kind of fell down and then slowly trickled between her legs into the back of the net. That's going to be a goal for the Phoenix. Making this a 3-2 game. So with that, Siegman comes out of the box, and now it's a standard penalty kill scenario for the Raptors. 5-on-4 hockey. One minute left in the penalty kill. And the Phoenix with speed on the left side of the ice. They center it. Well, they try to anyway. And they lose it. Soden comes away with it. Soden chips it up the ice. He had plenty of time there. Hernandez now chasing this one back in the zone. Looks up the ice for Schulteis. And that puck trickles back into the zone toward Russell. She makes the save. And the defense takes the ice. We got Sega and Slater waiting on a couple of offensive players. And Bledsoe and Silcott join them. So this puck goes behind the net. Slater tries to go off the glass, right to the point. Good job by Slater breaking up that pass. And now you got Bledsoe battling for it, right back to the point. They turn and fire one low, and it chips up right into the chest of Russell. 4 seconds left on this kill. I hope the Raptors are looking up the ice, because when we get one out of the box, we are going to potentially have a breakaway opportunity here if the Phoenix aren't paying attention. Puck is dropped. Raptors have the puck. It's Silcott on the left side. Flood goes out of the box to the bench. Silcott, with plenty of time, he just threw that one in the zone. I'm not sure why, but I guess Bledsoe was offsides. Have to go back to the tape on that one. He had a lot of space. I think he should have just skated that one in. Bledsoe takes the face off. Sega. Over to Slater. Up to Cammers. Cammers loses it. Right to Bledsoe. Bledsoe on the right. Sends it in and around. Silcott in the chase. Turns and fires one behind the net. Over to Cammers. Good reach by Cammers, but we have a 2-on-2 back this way. They center the puck. That goes to Silcott. Silcott has Bledsoe up ahead of him, up to Bledsoe. Bledsoe left to right. He's looking for his options. He turns and fires one in the middle. But Sega could not get there in time. puck is back in the corner. And Phoenix coming down the ice the other way, 2-on-2. Not much pressure in the neutral zone. Good shot, glove down by Russell. And Quimby comes away with it. And eventually goes over to Sega. Sega's got speed, middle of the ice. Turns, fires one right into the chest of the goalie. Goalie makes the save. Love the intensity, I love the energy. And Phoenix are changing their goalies now for one that's about twice the size. They got a big boy in net now. Good job by number 30, though, who served the first half of this game. He did a great job in net. (3-2) is your score here. 2:45 left in the second. Schulteis centers the puck to Quimby. Hernandez joins the party. And the goalie makes the save. Puck comes out of the zone, and White is back to chase. Back behind our net. Looks up. Looking for Shabbat in the middle of the ice. Gets it to him. Now Shabbat takes a hit and goes down. Oh, that puck comes out to Hernandez. He shoots it, and it goes just high of the net. Right up and over. He sailed one. And I bet he wants that one back, because that was a good look. Shabbat battles for the puck and gets it over to White. White now on the point, turns and fires one. Schulteis puts a blade on it. Snyder comes away with it and centers it. Oh, and then that is Schulteis, who tries the backhand one. Misses the net. Snyder shoots another one. Schulteis is right there. White now off the post. This one comes out of the zone. White over to Moore. Moore up the ice to Flood. Flood skated backwards over the blue line before the puck got there. That's going to be offsides. Phoenix back in their zone. Soden there to hold the line. Shabbat goes down, no trip. And the Phoenix coming down the ice. Russell steps out and plays that one. Great decision by her. I think Shabbat really wanted the trip on that one. And now the Bledsoe-Silcott-Cammers line comes out. Phoenix shoot one, sails wide left. They're able to keep it in the zone. Now Soden looking up the ice for Silcott. Couldn't get it there. That puck goes right to the corner of the left post, and Russell plays it up against the side of the net. Freezes the puck. 27 seconds and 5/10 remain in this period. Good job centering the puck by the Phoenix. Bledsoe looks up for Silcott. They're going to make a call on this one. That's going to be tripping. We're going to see who goes to the box on this one. Looks like it might be Flood. Oh, sorry, that's Ezel. That's Ezel going to the box for a trip. So, Raptors go for a change. And with 14 seconds left in this period, the Raptors are going to have to kill this one off for the first minute and 15 or so of the third period. That'll do it for the end of the second. Some of these players kind of leaning in a little bit and chirping with the other team. But they got to keep their heads on themselves because they're only up by 1 goal. Not a lot of room. For that nonsense. You guys have flight issues? Find some wood to knock on somewhere. Alright. Seguin puts that one over to the boards. Slater sends it up and out of the zone. And the Phoenix set up for a zone entry on the right side. They bring it to the middle. And Seguin loses it on the boards. They've got it in the corner. They try to center it. And Slater is there to poke that one away. And now Slater trying to poke it up the ice. Hernandez has it. Hernandez back to Sega. Sega over to Slater. Slater backhands it out of the zone. Turnover. Now back in our zone again. Hernandez behind the net. Looks up. Sends it off the glass. That is going to be an icing, but just barely makes it to the goal line. Good play off the glass there by Hernandez. With 5 seconds left in this kill. Puck comes over to the middle of the ice. Phoenix put it on net. And missed just to the right. And now Flood in the middle of the ice trying to get his bearings. Gets it over to Snyder. Snyder left to right. Shabbat centers it. Over to Flood. Moore with a shot from the point. Good pressure there by Snyder. Shabbat with the puck. Has room, turns and fires it. Saved by the goalie. Now Moore shoots one on the blue line. Saved by the goalie. White turns, he fires one. And that one deflects just wide right. Shabbat now all alone. Left side of the ice. Works his way back to the middle. Fires one, saved by the goalie. Silcott now with the puck on the left side. And Shabbat chips it up to Silcott. Silcott puts it in the corner. Bledsoe goes around behind the net. Takes a hit. Silcott goes in now. And the Phoenix, what are they? The Phoenix, they send that puck out of the zone. Silcott adding pressure. Pass right to the middle of the ice. White comes over, steps in on that one. Sends it back up the ice behind the net. Cammers on the right side chasing after this one. Good hustle there by Bledsoe. Moore over to Silcott. Silcott chips it up in the middle. Loses it. And now Soden on the right side with speed. Gets around that defender. He's in the corner. He centers one. The goalie uses the paddle to poke it back behind the net. And the Phoenix are coming back this way. Good defense there by Bledsoe. As that Phoenix player tried to make a move, and Bledsoe used his speed and his feet to separate the man from the puck. Silcott on the right side. Looks up the ice to Cammers. Cammers not there. And the Phoenix controlling this one out of the zone as the Raptors went for a line change. Soden over to Schulteis. Schulteis up to Hernandez. He turns and fires one. Right of the net. Comes off the boards and back out to the goalie. Goalie freezes the puck. 10:36 remain in this one. It's a 3-2 game. Phoenix. A little bit of back and forth passing there. And Hernandez comes away with it on the right side of the ice. 3-on-2. Goes right around the defender. Turns and fires one. Great shot, but saved by the goalie. What a lot of speed Hernandez has. Like Schulteis. One of the Phoenix players lost their glove, and Schulteis used his stick and then pushed it into the corner right in front of the referee. So that happened. And the Raptors are on the kill now. Shabbat lines up with Slater, Snyder, and Seguin. This puck is in the corner. Good battle by Slater. Shabbat comes away with it and just slams it up the ice. That's icing. And another icing by the Raptors. Stalling a little bit, buying some time. Zell with the puck in the corner. Sends it up the ice. That's going to be another icing. Need a cake with all this icing going on. All right, Shabbat wins that one in the corner to Zell, who sends it up the strong side, right to the defender. Defender skates it in and backhands one. Good save by Russell. Bledsoe sent that one out of the zone, and the defender didn't quite get there in time. That's going to be offsides. Bledsoe just outside the defensive zone. That puck comes back in the zone, and White fights for it. Bledsoe comes away with it. And Hernandez chips one up and out of the zone. No offsides, no icing. Hernandez adds pressure, and Bledsoe comes away with it. Raptors lose it. Uh-oh. High hit there on Soden. He goes down hard, but pops right up. He's tough. I would not have got up that quick from that hit. Phoenix in their own zone now. Controlling the puck. Center ice to the left. Right back to the middle. Turns. Fires a hard shot on Russell. Blocker save. And that's going to be an icing as White sends it right down the ice in desperation to get a change. So Silcott, Cammers hop on the ice and then hop right back off. They're going with line one. Huh. I think that's because Bledsoe was their third guy, and he was already on for that kill. Shot on Russell, makes the save. Into the corner. Snyder now with it. Looks off the ice to Shabbat. Good pass. Shabbat deking on the blue line, but nobody's offsides. That's good. He centers the puck. Kind of a backhand shot there by Flood. Sails wide. There's going to be a penalty here. We're calling, I think, Snyder maybe for a cross check. So late in this third period, more penalties. That's been a pattern that's kind of plagued the Raptors the past few games. They're going to keep Shabbat on the ice, but add Bledsoe back into the mix. Slater, Sega, Bledsoe, and Shabbat for this penalty kill. Hard shot, low, blocked into the corner by, or saved into the corner there by Russell. And now Sega looking up the ice, skating it. Defender down. Sega's got speed, gets around him, centers the puck. Oh, turns and fires it Takes a hit, lands on the goalie's lap. That's hilarious. One of their players retaliated against Sega, but it was their own player that pushed him right into the goalie. And you can see that these Phoenix players are hunting a little bit right now as they see their weekend 6 minutes away from coming to a close if they can't get a goal. Shabbat comes away with this one on the left side of the ice. Takes a hit, forgets about the puck. The puck's still in play, and they're sitting there talking to each other, talking smack. They care more about that contact than they do about what's going on in the game. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins over to Ezel. Ezel skates it up himself on the right. 13 seconds left on this penalty kill. Jenkins holds the point, and the Phoenix get it out. And Ezel is there in the middle of the ice to chip that one out of the zone. D-to-D pass here as the Phoenix set up, but a miscommunication. They turn it over, we turn it over right back to them. Good hit by Ezel on the boards there, and that puck trickles out on that clear by Hernandez. Oh, good pressure there by Quimby. He screams in with almost a breakaway opportunity, but the goalie skates out and makes the save. And now we got, looks like Schulteis in the corner talking to another player on the Phoenix. He eventually skates away. Bledsoe with Cameras and Silcott. And you got Moore and White back on D. Bledsoe lines up. Needs to get that stick down. Yeah, they're going to call that one. Look at Bledsoe with the high cross check. Yeah. Still talking smack. The refs are not really happy about this. Somehow Cameras is hurt, and he's kind of skating off. So just as quickly as one penalty kill ends, another one starts. And it's really hard to keep rhythm on your lines here if you're constantly only playing with 4 men. Coach puts Flood on the ice. No, Flood hops off. Shabbat comes on now. Wait, Flood stays on. Well, they got 5-on-5 because both of them went to the box. That's what's going on. All right, Silcott, Shabbat, Flood. And White from the point turns and fires one. Right out in the middle of the net. Both Flood and Silcott are there, but goalie makes a save and then puts it in the corner. Moore now, right in the middle, turns and flips one toward the net. Shabbat has no idea where the puck is. He's looking for it, but it was right on his feet behind him. Oh, good poke check by Silcott, keeping that puck in the zone. Shabbat looks over to Flood. Flood fires one. Oh, and the referee blows the whistle. Well, that puck trickled right out in front of the goalie after the goalie made the save. So the puck was still live, but the ref chose to blow the whistle a little soon. Shabbat, Flood, and Snyder on the ice. Soden, Slater back on D. Snyder reaching. Good job keeping that puck in the zone there. And Shabbat comes away with it. Looks over to Snyder, but the defender breaks up that that pass. And that defender, 15, skates it all the way down the ice. Centers one. Soden is there to pick off that pass, though. Soden trying to find Schulteis. And that one gets poked up for Shabbat. Shabbat gets there, left side of the ice, centers it, turns and fires one. No goal. A save is made. And 3:10 left on this one. I didn't see the call. I was looking away, but it looks like the Phoenix have a player in the box. Actually, yeah, they got two. Must have been a 2-10 or whatever it was. So the Raptors have a power play here for 1:30 of the next 3 minutes. And Ezel loses his stick, uses his feet to try to play that puck. He goes down. It's going to be offsides, but Ezel, great hustle and good effort as he goes back down the ice to grab his stick. Got to hold on to the twig, man. Got to hold on to the twig. Lots of confusion on the Phoenix side of things, trying to figure out who goes on the ice. Hernandez over to Sega. Sega up the left side of the ice, gets it over the red line and puts it in deep. Oh man, Phoenix controlling the puck out of the zone. Left side, right to the middle, turn and they fire one. Saved by Russell. And the Raptors dodge a bullet on that one. On our power play, we allowed them to skate the puck out the right side of the offensive zone. Quimby in the corner, sends it around the back of the net. The Phoenix center the puck. They turn and shoot one. Russell tried to make the save on the corner of the post, but corner of the net, but couldn't. Now we got 4-on-2 coming back the other way. Uh-oh. No. So the passing was good. Sidney White had a lot of momentum, and I thought he slowed down enough to keep that one on sides, but the referee disagreed. Hernandez lines up. 2 minutes left in this game. 20 seconds left on the power play. Jenkins on the right side. Turns and fires one. Blocker down into the corner. And now the Phoenix controlling the puck out of the zone. Their man is coming out of the box in 3, 2, 1. So they're back to full strength. Schulteis looks up for Bledsoe. .117 remaining. 1 goal game. Phoenix in the middle of the ice. Go to the right. Send it into the zone, and the Phoenix pull their goalie. We're going to have an empty net situation here on the right side of the ice. Uh-oh. Bledsoe battles hard for this one, centers it, but they were looking for Silcott, but the Phoenix intercept that pass, and they bring it all the way into the zone. Bledsoe looks up, sends it up the ice. Phoenix are there. Cameras comes away with it, turns and slings it up the ice. Oh, sails just wide. Silcott's there though. And Silcott pokes it into the back of the net for an empty netter. making this a 4-2 game with 21.9 seconds left. So Cameron's had plenty of time. Shot it really quickly. I think if he realized how much time he had, he would have skated it in a little closer. He kind of gifted that one to Silcott. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's going to do it for the Hockey Talk tournament from Nashville, Tennessee. As the Raptors win their consolation game 4-2. Very similar score to what they won against this team yesterday morning. Fun celebration there. The goalie, along with Emma Russell, with a quick rock, paper, scissors, and a little bit of smack talk. And this is why we keep filming here at the end of the game, to kind of keep an eye on the behavior of both teams of teenagers here. Shabbat still talking some smack. Real classy. What's everybody yelling about? The coaches are yelling. I'm not sure what they're yelling at.
Our coaches?
Yeah, they're yelling at the players to go back into the locker room. Oh, they were talking smack across behind us, I think. All right, we're done here. That was fun.